Hey everyone, it's Patty Wunder, your Scentsy director, and welcome to Team Talk for December. It's December. Crazy. I'll just wait for some people to hop on. I was looking at the filters, but they're all really weird. I was trying to find something Christmassy, but there really doesn't seem to be anything. Please say hello when you hop on, and tell me what you're drinking. What are you drinking tonight? Oh, no, we need that on. Do we have toolbox? No. They move crap around on this thing. I figured it out the other day, and now I'm like, Oh wait, toolbox there. Is that better? Or do I look completely washed out? I don't know. Frames. I'm just playing while I wait for people to hop on. Please say hello. It shows that some people are here. Please say hello so that it shows that you've attended the training. Because every once in a while, I send little treats out for people that actually engage and are actually watching live. So make sure you say hello and tell me what you're drinking. Not saying I will, but I'm just saying it's one of those things that as a director, you might get something if you actually show up and speak up. So, all right. No one's going to talk to me. Are people commenting, or is it not working, or what's happening? I know there's a delay. Hello, is there something wrong with can everybody hear me? All those good things. I don't want to start if I'm like, something's wrong. Usually by now, somebody said hello. Sounds like your indicator. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna get started and hope somebody comments. All right, so tonight we are going to be talking about keeping your store open but still enjoying the holidays. So every single year since I've been in Scentsy, I see one big mistake happen with most people every single year, because people don't listen or people don't feel like it. And with everything in life, when you make certain choices, you get certain results or certain consequences. So Orville Thompson once explained your business, and it was such a great visual for me, especially because I'm very visual. But especially this time of year, this analogy works really, really well. So when you're on a merry-go-round at the park, you know, the kids' ones, where you grab the bar and you're running, you have to run in circles and get it going really, really well. And then you hop on and you enjoy the woo. But to keep it going, you have to keep putting your foot down, or you wait for it to completely stop. And then you have to hop off, and then you have to run and run and run and run and run and run and run again, and then hop back on. when it was just easier if you just put your foot down every once in a while and kept the momentum going instead of coming to a complete stop. And that is the lesson in December. Do not come to a complete stop. Do not. I know the Kiwis are conditioned to kind of throw work out the window during December. But I tell you what, people that earn incentives and people that have success in this business, their store is always open and they've planned for their days off. They don't just go, I'll worry about it later. They plan for those times off. Yeah, you can have 2 weeks off. Absolutely. If you want 2 weeks off, you can have 2 weeks off. But do you have your numbers in? Do you have your team numbers in? Have you scheduled all your posts in your team page? What have you done to make sure that you've earned those 2 weeks off in your business? You know, would you, if you hired somebody to do your Scentsy business for you and they performed like you did the last 3 months, let's just say, do you think they deserve a day off? Do you think they deserved a week off? Now, I am American, obviously, so I do not think you need 2 weeks off at Christmas. I think you take that time when other people are working, and you can relax. My entire life as an adult until I moved here, I worked retail most of my life, or hairdressing or beauty therapist or personal trainer. And those things, they really don't take weeks off. And most of the time I work straight commission most of my life, which means I don't work, I don't get paid. And until I moved to New Zealand, I'd say 90% of the jobs I had in as an adult was straight commission. I made 50% of whatever I did as a service or I sold. So, and we earned double the pay if we work holidays. I always worked holidays. I'll take the pay, thanks. I don't mind hard work and then having a day off when other people are working, because you get everything done and there's not as much traffic and the kids are in school and all that kind of stuff. So my rule of thumb is if Westfield is open, so am I. Because your competition isn't other Scentsy consultants. Your competition is Westfield. And I remember the first couple years I had so many people just go, people don't have money after Christmas and people don't do this and nobody has it. I'm like, go to the mall, go to Westfields and tell me if everybody's walking around without bags. People have money, you just haven't connected with them. You haven't somehow done your marketing so that you connect, that you shared a story, that you built rapport, that you built that relationship. You did not connect to that person. You haven't done your follow-ups. You don't have a relationship built. So it really doesn't, they don't see the need for it unless you show them and tell them why you love it, you think they'd love it, and that you thought of them, and hey, oh my gosh, I have this happening right now, and have you seen this? And that is keeping your store. Our job is not hard. It is simply adult show and tell. That is what we do, adult show and tell. And if you're not showing and you're not telling, why? I mean, let me just say, if you're in this just for personal, you don't want to make any extra money, you have all the money in the world that you need, you don't want to help any charities, your family's all set, everything's great, you're just here because you like the product, cool, and you want to order for yourself, bravo. This doesn't pertain to you. But if you do want extra money, I had a conversation with somebody yesterday, day before, and thus my post today, because it also made me think of that, was because I've seen people go, I'm looking for a part-time job while the kids are at school, and they are Scentsy consultants. What that says to me is you're not willing to bet on yourself and you're not willing to do the work. You want something mindless that requires almost no effort, that pays you like crap, and that doesn't build your future really. But it drives me nuts because you have a way to make money if you choose to look at it that way. I tell you right now, everything in my life is paid for by Scentsy money. Everything. My rent, my income disclosure statement here, please. Today I spent just on team mail today, I spent $184. Scentsy money. Electricity, Scentsy money. Food in my refrigerator, Scentsy money. You can make money at this. It is not a marathon. It's not a sprint. It is a marathon. And it's a building mentality. I know people that have worked this business for 10 years and make about $50,000, $60,000 a month on the low end. Most people I know that have worked for another job, they work those hours, they work those years, they get some crappy watch that's not even like a Rolex, and they get a way to go, and they maybe got a 5% raise, and it's not, they don't get the free trips, they don't get the bonuses, they don't get all those other things. So you can make this what you want. So that's not why I came on here, but I kind of got on a tangent, sorry. I get really passionate about this because I believe in this so much. And I think so many people don't believe in it. And what you do all year is put your foot down and keep the merry-go-round going. That is what you're doing. So during December, you keep your foot going down and you keep it. Whether you schedule your posts on your business page, in your VIP groups, so that it looks like you're there, but you still have to check in and answer messages and, you know, and engage with any comments. That's one way to stay engaged. But you need to make sure your store is open. You need to make sure that you have the open sign flipped to the right direction and that it's not closed. You can still be on vacation and still have something that lets your customers know, hey, I'm away, but my PWS is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And hey, if you attach it to the open party there, that says holiday orders here, or Patty's on vacay orders, we'll do a mystery host, and somebody will win the hostess credit, and somebody will win the half price rewards. Make sure you attach it to that party to be in the draw. You are training your customers to act like you want them to act. You, just like your team members, you reward what you want repeated. You do not reward mediocrity. You do not reward annoying things or really high maintenance customers. You don't reward that behavior. You reward them for things that you're like, oh yes, keep doing that. Oh yeah, keep doing that. And that is just in life in general. Think about your kids. Those of you who are parents, you don't reward your kids for acting out and being a brat. You reward them for good behavior and for doing their chores and being part of the family, you know, the unit, and doing their part and things like that, and brushing their teeth and making sure they're taking care of themselves and all those things, right? Hopefully, I love sticker charts. So if you're a sticker chart mom, yay! Nobody's still, I'm wondering if I just can't see comments, but if somebody can please comment, that would make me feel so much. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Thank you. God bless Kathy. Coke is good. That's so good. Okay. So I'm going to come to you today with, yes, it really is, Kathy. It really, really is. And I see it year after year after year. People don't believe me, and then they're so bummed because they haven't. Have you booked your parties for January? Because you don't want to get to January and then not have anything booked, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, my calendar's empty because I've just had 2 weeks off and I wasn't really worrying about it because it was Christmas. This is my full-time income. If I thought that way, I'd be stressing every freaking month if I was going to be able to pay my bills. You have a business here that can make you as little or as much as you want, depending on the effort you're willing to invest in it. Is the outcome immediate? Sometimes not. Sometimes you just have to be really consistent with your daily, weekly, monthly activity. And then it all of a sudden, boom, 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 everything happens. And you're like, oh my God, I talked to her 3 months ago and she didn't order anything. But today she ordered $400. It's still keeping up with those things. Now, I know that not everybody has the bandwidth mentally to do all of the things all the time. I'm not asking you to be me. I'm not asking you to put in the time and work that I put in, because it is my main gig. It is what I live and breathe. It is my family, my financial, my travel, my friends, my everything. But why haven't you registered for World Tour? People are like, oh, I have to wait for payday. Guess what? Registration actually opened payday last month. So I was really confused by that. Oh, I don't know if I can afford flights. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if we can afford that. Oh, I can't. If you actually planned, if you actually did this correctly, you could actually say, well, look, I'll probably need like $200. So what can I do in my business to earn $200 so I can go to World Tour? I'll tell you what, it's not much in Scentsy. It really isn't. My parties, I make $100 average. Like, that's a low end of what I make at a party. Have a party. Use that money, your commission, to register for SFR and to get you your transportation. You don't have to stay overnight. I'm flying up in the morning and I'm flying home at night. I'm actually thinking about bringing Peter. I haven't decided yet, and I'm not sure how that's going to work with flights, but it's a thought. I thought he'd have fun. So anyway, if you want something, here's my analogy again, because I know most people are parents. So this is what it speaks to me. If somebody told you that your child needed something to save its life and they had to have 500 PRV, or okay, let's just say 500 PRV by the end of the month, or they would die, guess what? And you couldn't use your own credit card to do it. You had to work your business to have 500. That's only $925 New Zealand, approximately, depending on Disney. You would do it. But you haven't put enough, like, why are you doing Scentsy? Do you have enough money or don't you have enough money? If you don't have enough money, and money's a problem all the time, and you are living paycheck to paycheck or worse, why aren't you trying to work your business? Why aren't you out sharing Scentsy at least 1 to 2 days a week, even for a half hour? Why aren't you handing out samples? Because you are letting fear get in the way of your success. And you're afraid of failure and rejection and all those stupid things that really can't hurt you unless you allow it to stop you from having the life that you deserve, right? So just think about that. I'm going to move on, but just think about that. You are your problem and you are your solution. So you have to decide. I am going to tell everybody in the next couple weeks, probably in the next month, I'm going to be texting every single person in Team Wunder Bar, not the group, just my team. So none of Janice's and Serena's people, just mine. And I'm going to send you a little poll by text. And so I hope you answer it when you get it. And so that'll be coming, because I do want to kind of see where everybody's sitting. I kind of want to see, here's Kathy. I'm going to use Kathy as an example. Sorry, Kathy. Kathy hates her job. She's miserable at her job. I used to be like Kathy, and I always had a side gig. Always, always, always. Since 1995, I've always had a side business because I hate working for other people. And let me tell you something. Every day I went to work and I hated it so much. I would come home crying. I would be physically ill to where I couldn't go to work because that's how much I hated going to work. That is fuel. If you choose to use it as fuel instead of paralyze you, yes, you're going to be tired. Yes, you only have so many hours in a day, but let me tell you what, those hours when you get home from work and before and between and that in bed, it's a short-term sacrifice for a very, very, very happy long-term gain. Yes. It's like people that take on a second or third job to pay the bills. You do what it takes to get where you need to go. And work ethic is rare. Let me just tell you something, because I don't know many people that have it. I know some, but I don't know many. So how much do you want your life to be different in 2022? Do you need more money? We have this month and next month is the last 2 months of the incentive right now. And now my front line know this because they get my text. But we were told on a director's call that at the end of this month, there's a big surprise coming. Now, they have done something like this in the past 2 or 3 times since I've been in Scentsy. I think 2 times. Where they will, now this isn't confirmed. This is not confirmed. But she said something, and she said, keep your eyes on the prize and keep your foot on the pedal when it comes to the incentive. You'll be glad you did. And what that means to me in my experience in Scentsy is they're going to reward bonus points. And these bonus points are going to have to do with work you did this month or last month or next month. It could be any one of those things, but usually it's bonus points on team building and your PRV. They doubled our points for previous months 1 year. So when I said in the beginning of this incentive, keep going, just keep doing the things, just keep getting the PRV, just keep sharing the opportunity, just keep working with your teams and helping them grow their business, help and share. That is it. But you have to do it consistently, because even if you think you're so far away, you do not know what's up their sleeve. And when people if they don't have enough numbers to fill the spots, they will pull something out their butthole to reward the people that have been working. So the 1 year we went to Singapore, I had 1 ticket already earned. I was on my way to the second ticket, and they basically doubled all of our points. It was insane. And I earned a double ticket just like that. And so I remember Earl asking me, how do you feel about that? You worked really hard for that. And I said, yeah, but they just got 1 ticket. Now I have 2. So I didn't care. I was like, yep, cool. So I took my friend Renee to Singapore for free, all expense paid. So keep going. I know you're tired. I am tired too. You take your couple days of rest and you let yourself recharge a little bit, but you don't stop. Do not let the merry-go-round stop, where you're going to have to run like a bat out of hell to get it going again at a good speed and pick up good momentum. I keep using the words, there's magic in momentum, because some of you are slamming it right now with PRV, you're recruiting. It's amazing. Keep going. Yep. Take some days off. Yep. Enjoy your family for a couple days. But Christmas is literally, we'll give you 2 days for Christmas, a day for Boxing Day, New Year's Eve, and New Year's Day. That's it. The other things are normal days. So here are some tips to help you have an amazing holiday and feel balanced while still on the sly, in some ways, working your business without putting in any extra major work for it. And this is the secret to everyday Scentsy business. It really is. So when I was writing these tips down, I was kind of like, well, this is all stuff. But for those of you that haven't been in my climbers group, this might be new to some of you, or some of you that are new. So I'm going to swipe comments away for just a second so I can concentrate on my notes, because y'all know how I go all over the place. Okay. If you are having people at your home, like to open gifts or to have family and friends over for the holidays, Make sure you have a prominent space, whether it's the table when people walk in the door in the foyer, or whether it's the cabinet, like some people have a cabinet in their dining room, or some area, or the couch behind the table kind of thing, you know, with the candles, or maybe not candles because we don't do this, but make sure that you have your Scentsy displayed. Make sure that you have fresh wax. Make sure that your diffuser is going and you have great oil in it when people are coming over. Be intentional about the scents in your home and what you have displayed. Is it something people can buy? Is it something they could, oh my gosh, do you have a sample of that I can take home? Blah, 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 blah. It doesn't mean you have to talk about it, but just having it there helps. I swear to God. Sometimes people make deliveries at my house and they'll be like, oh my God, what is that smell? It's just my warmer and my diffuser by the door, but they can smell it on the way out the door. So do you know what I'm saying? You don't have to be like in their face about it, but be intentional about it. It's called passive marketing, okay? Have bulk samples in a bowl by your front door. So that, for two reasons. First reason is if people come and they see it, they are going to be nosy and go, oh, what's this? Because it's going to look like a trick-or-treating bowl. But you can make it pretty. You could make it with some garland around it and some ornaments, or make it a Christmassy bowl or something. Put samples in it. Or get one of those cool glass vases. Maybe put something Christmassy around it. Pour all your testers in it. Just for when people are coming over. And people will ask you about them. Oh, what are those? Oh, I haven't smelled these. Or the people that have smelled them before will pick them up because they want to re-sniff again. People love smelling those damn things. So keep them in people's sight if you're having people over. Make sure they don't take them and they think they're candy. The other reason why you put bulk samples in a bowl is because I keep trying to tell you guys to do 50 samples of strangers a month and 10 join packets a month to grow your business every single month. So if you already do the 50 samples and you keep them in the bowl by the door, every time you leave the house, grab at least 3 and make sure you don't come home until they're all handed out. Okay? So that brings me to this point. I used to just throw samples in my bag, but they would get destroyed and wrinkled and weird. So I use a Tupperware sandwich keeper, and then it keeps the wax. I mean, I don't know. You have to keep them in your bag though, because the wax will melt in the summer. But otherwise, use whiffs or use Scentsy soak or use pet samples or whatever. So this keeps everything in a good condition. And you can bring it in and out of the house and it's not that bulky, but at least you have enough in it. The other thing I would recommend with this is that you have some of these enter my drawing slips, or you create something like this, or you use your Sell with Amy app as this as well. Some people like their Sell with Amy app because you can record who took samples and just have them fill out their information in it. But this way you can follow up and say, hey, how did you like that? How about saving? I'll give you 10% off, or I'll give you free shipping. Usually I do 10% off. Or if you have an extra perpetual, I'll give you one for half price if you're interested. Do you know what I'm saying? And then the other thing I like to tell people is I'm just giving samples out today that people that has smiled. So I wanted to give you a sample. If you just fill this out, your name goes in a draw for a prize at the end of the month for anybody that I gave a sample to. It can be a scent circle. Could be deluxe samples. I don't care. You have to figure out what works for you and your budget, right? So that is one way. Always be packing, as they say. You'll hear Jacqueline, our superstar director, say, always be packing. So always have samples with you. Always have some sort of, or it could just be a little notebook, or have them put their information, have them text you their favorite color, their name and their favorite color, and you'll know, then you have their phone number. That's another thing that you can do. A join packet looks like this. This is my join packet right now. So it has a business card in it. It has samples in it. It has my thing about trying to get Peter on the boat. It has a catalog in it, and it has a bunch of samples. It's got all the new catalog samples in it and information about joining and my story in it. So you want to have like 10 of these made up every month and grab a couple every time, like one, you know, you want to hand out 10 a month. So make sure you have 3 in your bag every week and that you get rid of them and give them to people that give you good service, or send them to customers that you think would be amazing or love Scentsy. So those are on the go things, but that is a way. Just sit down and make a ton of samples, 50 to 100 samples. Just sit down and do them. Have your kids help. Have a customer come over and help. They'll have fun doing it. It's a great time to talk about joining. Or have your family, if you have family staying with you, say, hey, can you guys help me? Want to help me make some samples? It's a great way to get the conversation going. Just giving you ideas, because most people are going to be seeing people somehow. All right. Make sure you're gifting Scentsy for every holiday. You should not be buying the Body Shop products. You should be buying Scentsy products. You should not be buying weird lotions and potions from other places, or candles, or any of those things. Give people Scentsy for the holidays. If you're gift giving, give them Scentsy. I'll tell you why. First, give them things that they don't, if they already use Scentsy, give them stuff that they haven't used before. The other thing is, it's a tax write-off. It's considered marketing when you give product away, even on a holiday. So make sure it is smart business to gift what you sell to other people so that they can use it and fall in love with it and reorder it when they run out. Okay? Make sure that when people come to your house, do you have Dettol at your sink, or do you have Scentsy hand soap on your sink? Do you have hand cream there, or do you have some other random brand of hand cream? Are you making it easy for people to try the product without saying a freaking word? You don't have to go, oh, what'd you think of that? You just have it placed around because you're using it. The only way you can talk and know the product is by using the product. If you are brand new and don't have all the things, I always say buy one new product a month and try it. Try it and then make samples out of the rest of it. Because if you want to make money, honest to God, I didn't own my first warmer for 3 months. I used what was in my kit to make samples. We didn't get everything that you guys get in your kit now, because I always looked at it as a business. I'm like, okay, so now I know how washer whiffs, oh, these are amazing. But I took the rest of the small container and made samples out of it. And I did 2 to 4 parties a week for like 2.5 years. Temporary sacrifice, long-term gain. I knew if I worked really, really hard for a year or 2, I'd have a great foundation for my business. And then I could probably slow down a little bit, which now I do other things. So, but do you know what I'm saying? Commit to your family, commit to your future. Get kids on board saying, if you can hand these out to Auntie Jane and Uncle Pete, I'll give you $1 at the end of the day. I don't know, $1 probably doesn't work any nowadays. It's not enough money. I'll be like, I ain't fucking doing that for $1. Anyway, so make sure you're gifting Scentsy for every holiday, for every birthday, for Christmas, for anniversaries, for everything. And then keep track of it. Write it on an order form that you gave it away so that you can claim it on your taxes and you have that in your head that you don't forget that you gave that away. Okay? Offer gift vouchers. Now that basically the cutoff for Northern Territory and New Zealand is gone, we can still offer gift vouchers. So I just made this up on cardstock. I think I used Word or Canva, one of the two, I can't remember. But that's my gift voucher, and it says Smelly Voucher. This Scentsy gift voucher is for the sensational, they put their name there. it's equal to this many dollars in smelly dollars to be redeemed no later than, and I usually put a year from now date. And then it says only valid with Patty Wunder, independent Scentsy director, with my cell number and my website and where you can find me on Facebook. I also tend to number these and write, but I'll just do it kind of secretly so people can't see that. But honestly, gift vouchers. Now, when someone buys a gift voucher, you don't just give it to them like this. You put a catalog and a bunch of samples and the gift voucher, and you wrap it really pretty, and you maybe put candy canes and jingle bells or make it beautiful, because that is advertisement for your business that you are better than this piece of paper, that you care about customer service, that you would pay attention to detail, that you take pride in your work. And holy cow, if she can do that with a piece of paper and a catalog and make this look so beautiful, imagine. Just saying. So don't forget, gift vouchers. Okay, the other thing I would love, and I know this one's gonna scare y'all and you're all gonna be like, but my climbers know this one, and I will be expecting them to do this because I know they can. They've proven it 100 times over. I want everybody to go out, make like 20, 25 samples, and I want you to go out in gratitude one day before Christmas. And I want you to go to retail locations, so stores, and I want you to go to hospitality, restaurants, hotels, airports, Ubers, delivery people, service industry minded, and retail, warehouse, Westfield. And I want you to make up like 20 to 25 little packages. I think I'm going to do this too. And nurses, don't forget nurses, doctors. Yeah. Okay. People that are on and they're working a lot right now and they're being disrespected. People are being rude to them. They're working long hours. They're not appreciated. Their pay does not reflect the work that they actually do. I want you to make gratitude gifts, and I want just little samples with little thank you for everything you do. I hope this brightens your day, something like that. And I want you to go to Westfields or go somewhere. If you're visiting somebody, if you're allowed to visit somebody in the hospital, but if you're out and about, I want you to make someone smile. I want you to say to somebody, for me, I know how it feels to be a hairdresser, to be a personal trainer, to be a retail manager, to be all those things. I know how that feels. And especially this time of year, wouldn't it be great if somebody just came up to you and said, I'm sorry, I don't want to take much of your time. I just wanted to give you a gift because I bet you're not appreciated this time of year, and I wanted somebody to be nice to you today. That's it. You don't even have to stay and get their details. Make sure your details are on the inside, and possibly some recruiting information, because all those other jobs, have them thinking about not working there next year. Just saying. So, it doesn't have to, if you're always afraid of rejection and what will they think and blah, 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 you're only thinking of you. You're actually not thinking of the other person. Because if you actually thought about other people and wanting to make them smile and making sure they have a great day, you wouldn't be a factor. You would just want to make them smile. Jo Manuel, when she was in Climbers, she had a blast doing this because her heart is so amazing. She loved going out and making people smile. She loved it. So go out and do gratitude gifts for those people that are just been beaten to a verbal pulp. My doctor's practice, I had talked to the practice manager because I was not happy with my last appointment. So I had talked to her about it, and she told me her people are so volatile and they're so angry and they say horrible things to the reception staff. Even if you just went into all the places that have receptionists get treated like shit, even though they make and break the business because they decide who gets through and who gets an appointment. So do not forget those people. Go out and do something. You don't have to stay and you don't have to do the whole pitch and you don't have to be all salesy. Just go out and say thank you and make somebody smile. That's it. That's it. Okay? So, gifts of gratitude, sample packs, hospitality. All right. What time is it? 9:11. We've got 15 more minutes. Okay. I will. I shared a picture today in the team from Maggie about her buddy drive. Now, I know Christmas, it's too late to probably do a buddy drive for Christmas, but what about New Year? What about Valentine's Day? What about St. Patrick's Day? What about just any day? If you are passionate about Children's Hospital, cancer, animals, dog rescue, what is it that you are passionate about that speaks to your soul? Figure out something to do for that. It might take you all year. But what if next year at this time, you had 635 buddies to give away to your favorite cause? Or pet bundles. I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? So find something. This might be a 2022 goal for you, but find something. If you can't find it within yourself to have that passion, what if you, to work your business, what if you could work your business to help somebody else? There's people that only give their Scentsy money to charity because they have other jobs. And they work their ass off for these charities because they're so important to them. What if? Just saying. Volunteer your time. Now, when I say volunteer your time, I mean help the homeless at Christmas, help do Christmas dinners, sign up for Age Concern if you're in Christchurch, or somewhere else in New Zealand, because they're all over New Zealand. I think they have animal volunteers. I don't do them. Foster puppies and kittens. Find a way to get involved in making a difference and giving more than you take. And I'll tell you why this matters for your business. You will share it on social media, and it makes a difference. It tells people who you are. You all know who Peter is. You all know about my adventures. My customers know him. Everybody knows him. He is part of my life, and it's just because I volunteer and shared. That's it. I volunteer my time, and I share. And in return, I have gotten customers. I have been in the pamphlet. They said I could wear my Scentsy shirt in their commercial and in their brochure. Like, honestly, you don't know what connections you're going to make. And when you give back, even just because Age Concern is only an hour of your time, but apparently it's 5 to 8 of mine, or 12 sometimes. So it's only an hour a week. But find something that they say you should volunteer where something is missing in your life. And I miss my Oma and Opa very, very much. So this is my Oma right here. And so I have an Opa again. He's also a Leo, and he's also Dutch. So there you are. Send Christmas cards with samples saying thank you to your customers. It doesn't have to be all your customers if you can't afford that. But what if you could just send a thank you card that says thank you so much for supporting me and my little business and for choosing me as your Scentsy consultant this year. Now, these I made today actually, but you can buy these postcards in the family store. You can write a little message here. I put my stamp here, and then you address there and you put a stamp there. You buy the stickers. I think there's 4 sheets to every pack, if I'm not mistaken. but it gives them 3 different scents to try. They have them in laundry, they have them in body, they have them in oils, they have them in pets, they have them in, I think, cleaning products. Get a pack of cards and some stickers, even if you want to split them with your teamies to help them get the word out, something like that, or go in, you know, and chip in and share it. Do that. Like, that's a quick and easy thing. It's just one stamp, but that, just to say thank you. That's it, right? So little simple ways, but just thank yous. Thank you, thank you. You can never say thank you enough. Think about people who, this has happened a couple times. I've had people join my team, I don't think they're with me anymore, in December as a Christmas gift to themselves, or their husband paid for their kit as a gift. Now, this gift isn't going to be some knickknack that sits on a shelf or a piece of jewelry that she wears. It is a gift that helps you make more money. It's not like buying groceries. It's not like chocolate that eat it and it's gone. Well, never goes away, really. It's on my ass. But it is your Scentsy starter kit is a tool to help you make more money. It's not like you buy the kit and it's done and you never can use it, and it was, you know, $169 or $99 or whatever you paid for it. It's a tax write-off and you can make more money with it. Okay. I wrote, have a plan. It's great to take time off when you need to, but most people just take it without the plan to still reach their goals. What do you still need to do this month to reach your goals? Do you need that 1,000 PRV to hit your consistency? Janice already got her consistency points. Whoop, whoop. It's great to take time off, but it's not great to take time off if you haven't done the work to earn the time off. And then you're bummed because you didn't hit your target. You didn't do the work. You can't be bummed if you didn't do the work. You know why you didn't do it. The other thing is engage. People are going to be online more and they're going to be home more, usually during the holidays. Go live. Go live. I want you to go through your house and find all the Scentsy product in your house. And then I want you to go live once a week, once a day, whatever, a couple times a week. You can never go live too much either. And I want you to show the product, tell why you love it, and show them how to use it. You already have it. You just have to show and tell. Explain what it smells like. Use all your senses. It feels like, it smells like, it sounds like, in the hand cream. Do you know what I mean? People love my first sniff videos because my face makes expressions that I can't hide. So, and I have weird ways of describing things. But those videos keep coming up over and over. Oh my gosh, you should see our video. I'll be at a party and they're talking about my smelling videos. So I don't think they're anything special. I think they're ridiculous and stupid. But people love them because I'm just a big dork and I'm okay with that, right? So be okay with laughing at yourself. Be able to put yourself out. I know once somebody was so nervous about it. So she didn't put herself in the video. She did the video of the camera and she held the products kind of in front of it, but she wasn't in the video. Or she had her teenage son do it, which is also really fun. Have your husband and your kids do sniffs and give their opinions of what they think they smell like. People will be engaged because usually it's hilarious. Pet samples. When you're at the beach, when you're at a dog park, when you're at the park, if you live in my freaking neighborhood, it's like Pet Central. Have the pet samples, make your own or buy the ones from the store. Have poo bags, a doggy treat, and samples, and your business card in little baggies and hand them out. Or, I think this was a Kathy Pabst idea, if I'm not mistaken. It was Kathy or Joe's. But during COVID, we couldn't like hand people samples. So when we were all going for walks, they would see doggies in the window and they would leave samples that says, I saw your doggy in the window. Here's a little treat for them. And left them in their letterbox. There's a lot of things. Scentsy isn't hard, but there's a lot of things and people think you need all this extra time. You really don't. It's just going about your day, doing the things that you always do, but being intentional with sprinkling Scentsy about while you're there anyway. They're used to, usually people go to the same places. They used to see the same people all the time. And why not say thank you and make somebody smile? Why not say, oh my gosh, I love your, like for me, loving dogs, y'all know, most of you know. Engagement posts and social media. Make sure you are engaging. You cannot be a one-sided social media person and expect your business to grow. This is not a one-sided business. This is a relationship business. So when you post, get people's opinion, have them, I mean, lately I've gotten some weird engagement on some funny stuff, which I'm very grateful for. But I have some posts that I've been saving. There's an engagement post album in the team page. So you can go grab one of those pics and don't just post the pic. Post something else that reflects you and your personality and with the post. So many people just throw up a pic, but you don't give them any of yourself. Who are you? What do you think is funny? What is your thoughts about it? Because sometimes I'm like, well, this is just messed up. And someone's like, well, I love it. I'm like, really? How do you do, like, and there's a conversation. And that conversation and that engagement means that when I throw something Scentsy into my personal feed, more people are going to see it. So don't be a one-sided poster. Make sure that you're engaging and building those relationships. The other side, I just went through and did something the other day and I saw how many people don't have their PWS subscription active. You are shooting yourself in the foot. You can't have any Scentsy Club people. By the way, I have over 200 PRV this month from Scentsy Club already. That's working smarter, not harder. Make sure you're talking about Scentsy Club. Do a video about Scentsy Club every week. You cannot build your team. It's really hard for people like me that don't like to call people. You will be left alone on your holiday. Thank you. You will be left alone on your holiday. People will just shop. 98% of my customers now, somebody said, oh, do you have an order going in tonight? I said, no, I don't. They asked me yesterday. I said, no, I really don't. Past years, I would have. But I've trained my customers this past year to shop online, and they do because they still get Happy Mail from me. And that is way less stressful, isn't it? Making Happy Mail and sending it out. So they still get the fluff, but they just order off my website and they don't have to people. They can do it in their jammies. They don't have to talk to me. Sometimes they talk to me while they're doing it. That doesn't sound good. But if you don't have, I can't say it enough. I know some of you think, oh, I can't afford to have a website. It's $18 New Zealand a month. It's a catch-22. It's a catch-22 because you can't, it's really weird. I could show you in the commission structure, in your commission history now, when you look under the performance tab after payday, it actually breaks down where your sales come from. And if it's PWS, if it's party, if it's Scentsy Club, individual orders, there's a wheel that shows you where your stuff comes from. And I know people are seeing my posts on my Instagram or on my Facebook or on my personal page and in my stories, especially lately. That's been a big one. Because they order what I've shown and just posted about. I can't live without it. Just got around. Exactly. Thank you, Kathy. You really are doing, and for God's sakes, you could just, for $18 a month, you don't have to sell very much to make $18 a month. So once again, you saying, I can't afford to have $18 a month come out of my account. Why? You have a Scentsy business. I don't do any business with anybody that doesn't have a website. And if it's a shitty website, I also don't do business with them. I don't trust them. So, and now I know that can go backfires where people can have fancy websites and they're going to take your money, but you know what I mean. So, honest to God, it's so much easier when you direct everybody to your website and they know to attach it to a party, and they have Scentsy Club. I think I have a mouse in my kitchen. Cold nights. All right. So please, 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 please have a website. Even if you're just doing this for personal use and for you and your friends, have a website. It makes a difference. And you can't have your Scentsy Club order under your account, your own account, unless you have your own website, because that's how you manage and everything. It's not through Workstation. So that's another thing to think about. I have a new recruit that's like, I don't want a website. And I'm like, well, your PWS has to stay under me until you get a PWS. So just saying. So I already told you about incentive news, end of month. So keep going. It's true. Totally, Rebecca. And some of the sales are through Workstation too, but you don't see them. Like, they can't see what's all on sale. So have you looked at the collections tab? I printed an entire booklet out of all the collections for my Scentsy party. There is probably more in collections than there is in the catalog, and nobody will see it if you don't have a website and can show them, unless you're constantly showing them all the collections. And I know a lot of you aren't. So I use that tool and Amy more than I use Workstation. Seriously, I just check Workstation for numbers. That's it. Okay, 9:27. Clean out your junk in your house while you have downtime. Go clean a closet, clean out toys, clean out clothes, and sell it. And when you sell something, add Scentsy samples to it. Do a neighborhood letter drop box. Have the kids do it. Make sure you have a call to action. I don't do samples with my old catalogs because I'm not wasting samples, but I will do a call to action on an intro sheet that I attach to the catalog that says, text your name and address to me, because that means I'll also have the phone number. And I will drop off samples in your letterbox. Tell me if you want foot soak, laundry samples, or wax samples. Whatever. You can say whatever you want, but have them be responsible for that call to action. Don't just be handing out samples willy-nilly. It's a waste of money. Be Scentsy branded. Your top, your beach towel, your water bottle, your car should have a decal on it. Your lunchbox, I'm trying to think of all the things. Anything that says Scentsy on it that you buy is a tax write-off. Again, it's advertising. So use it. Commit to watching some trainings and upskilling what you don't feel confident in over the holidays as well. You will have downtime. Use it. Even if you just do one training video a week, what do you need to get better at? Focus in on training for that. There's training in Workstation. There's training in a ton of different groups, which if you go to the About section of Team Wunder Bar, it has my recommended groups there, and then you can find some good training there. Bag parties. Bag parties are a huge thing. My bag parties are out right now, actually, at the moment. If people are traveling to see other people, Anita Darnell used to do this before she joined my team. She would say, hey, I'm going up to Picton. Can I come grab a bag of scents? And I said, yeah. She'd take the bag up to when she went to go visit her family, And on her way back, she'd drop off her party order and my bag of scents, and I would order it and then wrap it and deliver it to her. If people are going to other places, I will guarantee at some point, if they're spending time with family, someone's going to be bored at some point and they're all going to be sitting around eating or feeling fat around the table, and they will be watching movies or playing a game or something. Give them the sense to take along. You never know what could happen. And if your host is motivated and loves Scentsy, she might as well get herself some free and half price Scentsy for Christmas too, right? Right. Make sure you have an open party all the time on your PWS. And again, I said maybe use it for a mystery host. One of the other things I will say is, if you think of incentives like the Olympics, or annual sales or annual mentor like the Olympics, people train all year long for the Olympics, which means they do all the daily things they need to do to build up their strength, to build up their endurance, to better their numbers, to get better at their whatever their sport is. And they practice, 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 practice. You are not going to get more confident by not doing shit. You are not going to bust through your comfort zone by giving into fear all the time and going, oh no, it's too hard. I can't do it. What will people think? Who cares what people think? They're not paying your bills until they are. Make sure when you're at the beach, make sure you have a fragrance mist in your chili bin. Put one in your refrigerator if you have people coming over on a hot day. And then go out and just spray yourself because it's cooling and it smells good. Think about how you can incorporate products. For those of you that are my front line, the little band, see the little band? I ordered a bunch of these. Do you have this in your car? Are you going camping? Are you going in a caravan? Are you sitting with a laptop somewhere at an airport? Have your mini pod plugged in with the scent going. People will wonder where it's coming from. You just have to think about how you use Scentsy in all these ways, right? Okay, last and final thing, because I know some of you really wanted to hear my 12 Days of Wonder. I have done my 12 Days of Wonder every year since I started. I am grateful for my last name, that it works to be clever. You can call it whatever you want. You don't have to do it. It's just something I do because after Christmas cutoff, I still need to make income that second half of the month. So once a year at this time, I give really good personal specials. It's the only time of the year that I do it. And the first couple of years, it was pretty straightforward. Your deal of the day is something like day 3 of 12 Days of Wonder, free shipping. It expires at midnight every single, it expires. It's only good for the day. And they have to give me their orders, and then I hold them until Christmas, and then I place the order. And usually I went away for the first 2 weeks of January on Scentsy leadership trips. So they knew they weren't going to get their order for a month. Nobody cared. As long as you tell them what to expect, they don't care. But part of this is, once again, building up that order to place the big order, and then you will go around and deliver it later. But I'll do free delivery one day, just one day. They don't get that any other time of year, just then. Then I did something for the last 2 years, which was I had a picture that I create on Canva, and it has the special underneath it, but then there's a circle over the top of it with a question. And when it's almost like a scratch, but when they answered the question, for instance, one said Christmas lights, colored or white. So when they comment, I send them a private message that says, hello, today's special is, and I send them the picture without the circle and the question over it that actually reveals what the special is. So I've done that the last 2 years. Didn't work as great as the other ones, but I came up with a different way, kind of combining that, but maybe not so much. But you have to think about what do you want? Your specials should pertain to what you want. And it's not just PRV, it's Scentsy Club people, parties in your calendar. You know, one of them is going to be book a party in January and get a half off mini fan diffuser, wall fan diffuser, or mini warmer. Because I'll use the perpetual to book that. And then I'll pay the extra. I don't mind doing that. But it could be get a free bar. It could be get a free gift and you decide what you have. It could be a deluxe sample pack where you just make them a lot of really cool, really big samples. Whatever you can do. But obviously I want hosts. So that's going to be one that I'm going to do. I always do a free shipping one. I always do this year they're definitely going to get a bio air purifier and get a 3-pack of pods for free. And I might do a half price filter for them too. Again, it's the only time of year I spend a lot of money on my customers. That's it. I don't do it the rest of the year. I mean, I do for Happy Mail and samples, but usually that's a little bit different. There's going to be something for pets. There's going to be something for laundry. Oh, I usually do. So this is what I do. What's really funny, you know the spatulas you can buy in the consultant store? One of my biggest selling specials every year is buy a 6-pack of wax, get a free spatula. I shit you not. That is one of my most popular ones from day one. Everybody wants a damn Scentsy spatula. Now, they're $46 for the bag of 25, I think. So you will have extra ones. So the only people that ever get Scentsy spatulas from me are my Scentsy Club people and my hosts. Nobody else gets them. So they can have them if they order wax from me at Christmas. Then they can get one. So that's usually one that I do. That's a big one. I don't know why, but it's a really good seller for me. It could be buy a mini fan diffuser and a pack of pods and get a half price Scentsy Fresh so they can get their whiff for their cars. It could be buy a shower gel and a body cream and get a free mist. It could be, I mean, you have to figure out and be creative. Now, when I do mine, I will share them. But mine will say the 12 Days of Wonder on them. And I want you guys to get comfortable with making your own graphics because 12 Days of Wonder is my kind of jam. And if I have time, I will always do things and give them to you that don't have my stuff on them. But you should be playing and having a good play around with Pic Collage and Canva and whatever apps you like to play with. But first, sit down and figure out what 12 specials would I want to run. Obviously, buy a diffuser this month and get oils. Now, I might give them extra oils just because, right? But one of the things I really like to do, sorry, I got off track, is I like to give back. So Paw Justice in New Zealand is my #1 charity besides the Kidney Society. So one of the things I say is I say purchase something or donate money to Paw Justice. I used to say, or SPCA, but not anymore. Send me a picture of your receipt and I'll send you 3 bars for free. And I think it had to be over $30 or more that they had to donate. But that's a way that people are giving money to something that's important to me and I'm rewarding them for that. So that might be an idea for you. It's really endless. It's really endless. I try to do things, there's some that I know people will jump on because they like those products, but I really, really, really try. Like I'll probably do a mystery bag this month for one of the days. Or whiff box for $55. Or I might do the thing where you do the whiff box, the 6 bars, or washer whiff special for $52.49 in New Zealand. So including shipping. So I might do that for one of them. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't made them up yet, but I just kind of wanted to give you the idea. So as I showed you in the text that I sent out, And in the email that I sent out that I shared, I told people, if you want to be in the, like today in my Amy messages, when I followed up with people, I said 12 Days of Wonder starts on the 13th. Make sure that you're on Facebook following me or Instagram. If you aren't on social media, reply to this text with jingle bells and I'll make sure you get the daily specials. And that's what I'm actually going to put on something else, and I'm going to post it online as well. Because some people just aren't on social media every single day, but maybe they want the specials. So if they text me jingle bells, I can put on the 13th, I can put in the search bar jingle bells and it'll bring up every single person that said jingle bells in my phone. So I know who I need to, I mean, I have a list as well, but I'll remember who I need to do that with, right? On social media, there will be some sort of post. They need to comment. And when they comment, I will send them a private message with the special in it. And that's an engagement and almost a reward all at the same time. So, of course, I'm going to tell them why I'm doing it and things like that. But does anybody have any questions before I go? Because I know I've gone long because I know people wanted to know about my 12 Days of Wonder. Does anybody have any questions whatsoever? The sale goes until tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. New Zealand time. And they did say they'd prioritize those orders. So, I'll wait just a minute because, oh, is there anything else? Oh, the old catalogs around on the neighborhood. I have these little things made up and I just take a glue stick and I put them on the top. And it says, this one is old, but here's what to do. Contact me today and I'll show you what's new. And it's got all my contact information there. But I have a bunch of old catalogs, so I'm going to do that in the neighborhoods that I'm pet sitting in. Because I'm pet sitting from the 23rd of December to the 8th of January, and it's 3 different families in 3 different neighborhoods. So I thought, might as well go for a walk. Cool. Thank you, Kathy. You're welcome, Tracy. You always do beautiful, creative things, so I know you'll make yours pretty. If anybody wants to share their 12 days of whatever you decide to call them, Tracy's 12 days could be Tracy's 12 days. I would say Pabst Blue Ribbon 12 days for Kathy Pets. Just kidding. Yeah. Kathy, your package is on its way, by the way. I can't remember if I mentioned that, but I think I did. Yeah, I did today. So if you have questions, let me know. My goal is to try to make some general ones for you to help you, but I'm not going to promise that. So please start your ideas on your own, please. Don't wait for me. My brain is mush. And so I'm just kind of focusing day by day, week by week. Rachel Mullins, my cartoon. This cartoon, if you go on to Ziggy's Gallery on Facebook, ZIGGY''S Gallery, you will see all the Scentsy. He's got a whole Scentsy album of people because a lot of people have this. So I need to redo mine with my hair standing up too, so I can change my mood. Yes, Ziggy's Gallery. You send them a picture. You tell them what you want to be wearing. You tell them if you like, I think on my next one I'll probably have dogs. Thank you, Sarah Doyle. I think I might have dogs next to me and a cat or something like that. You know, might do something like that. So I'm not sure. And then when you see me have a Scentsy top on, because he shouldn't be making Scentsy tops, I actually do that with our logo and put that all on myself on Canva. So, but they're fun to dress up if you use PNG files, which is a whole nother subject. I am sure he could do that for you. He does a really, really good job, and he totally listens to you and critiques it however you'd like. It'd be cool if you had an exhaust on your wheelchair that was like squirting out scent. Just saying. Like you'd have Scentsy fresh coming out the back tailpipe, or a room spray that we don't get here. Yes. Exactly what Sarah Doyle said. Any other questions before I go for now? I might have Janice come back. No, Janice does the training every third Tuesday of the month, while I have a Zoom or a FaceTime date with my friend in Aussie. So I might have her come to show how she's going to take the second half of the month and still kick ass, even though it's Christmas and New Year's. All right. I can't wait to see it. Now I really want to see it, Rachel. All right. You are very welcome. I hope it helped. I hope it gave you some ideas. I think that the concept is this week and next week, just get prepared. Make samples, get things ready, set up your displays if you're having people come over. Doesn't mean you have to be on it and selling it all the time. But if you passive sell and it's just around and it's just inspiring people to ask questions, it does the work for you. It's like wearing the Scentsy shirts. You are very welcome. I hope it helped. All right. And I want to see if you're brave enough, I want to see what you're doing for your gratitude packs. And I want to hear how it went if you went out. I'm going to do some too. I will commit to doing some as well. And I will even try to go live, and we'll work on it. So I haven't figured out how yet, but we'll see what happens. Awesome, Rebecca. Good. Rebecca, you're doing so well. Okay. Also, on a last note, please, 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 if anybody is in the Christchurch area or you have team members in the Christchurch area, please let them know we're getting together next Thursday night for dinner at Tutubano's for Italian food. And we're doing gift exchange and just hanging out. Last get together of the year, and Peter's coming. So I hope you can all join us. Please make sure you RSVP in the event in the team page here. And I'll be following up with everybody next week just to double check if you are coming or not, so I can make sure that the reservation is correct. All right? Okay. Mwah. Bye, everybody. Have an amazing December. Just a little push consistently. You don't have to be running, just a push. Okay. Bye, everybody.